How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Recently, I posted part 1 of my 2024 fishing year in review video, and I had such an amazing year catching fish, 20 plus new species and a lot of personal bests that I couldn't pack it all in one video, and today I'm here to bring you part 2. Part 2 begins in middle of the year, around summertime, when I went to Illinois to fish. This first video is when I have driven 14 hours straight to get into Illinois, and I was dead tired, but I really wanted to take advantage of the little daylight that was left to do some fishing, and so here it is. Just look out there. Is there a fish there? Or a snag? There's a fish there. Oh, my first hookup in Illinois on the worm. Has some weight to it. Oh, first fish hookup in Illinois. First hookup. What is it? Nice. A first ever species. A buffalo. That's a buffalo. I don't know what kind, but that's a buffalo. Yes. Awesome. Okay, let's unhook it, get a picture, and let it go. Yes. Catching that first ever black buffalo was really exciting for me. The very next day I went to pretty much the prettiest spillway I ever seen, and I caught a couple of brand new species. Here's the footage. That's a fish. Oh, that's definitely a fish. What fish though? Decent. Let me see if I can net it up. Still got running in. Maybe more. I think I know what it is. In the net. Oh boy, that's a huge fish. This is the biggest fish I ever landed on the 4-pound test. Top of the lip. That's I don't know what species that is. I'll look it up. Still intact. This is the biggest fish I ever caught on light tackle like that. Whew. Let's see if we can get more. Oh. It bit at my float. Oh. Gar. Yes. First ever on a bobber, baby. On a bobber. First gar ever, baby. Yes. Finally, after years of trying, got my first gar. And I only caught it because it tangled up with his snout. The reason why these are so hard to catch is these are very bony. Very hard to get a hook set. But here it is. My first gar ever, baby. I don't know what this is. It looks like a short nose. Just caught my very first gar ever. I believe this is a short nose, which is not allowed in Ontario, which is why I love fishing in Illinois. You can spillway fish, you can catch short nose, you get more than one line in the water. Anyways, First ever. I'm gonna let this guy go now. This is my first ever short-nosed gar. You're not allowed to catch these in Ontario. There he goes. But this is Illinois. That grass carp gave me a fight for the ages. I don't recall a fish ever fighting so hard. And catching a gar finally after I've been chasing it for so many years, that was extremely rewarding. Later on in that Illinois trip, I was running out of supplies and I went to a local tackle store and talked to the owner, and he gave me a couple of spots to try. And I took his advice and tried out this place, and I ended up catching quite a few fish there and 3 new species. Take a look at the footage. I think there's a fish. What do we got? That might be a new species for me. What is this fish? I don't know, it's awesome. This is the green sunfish? I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a photo and we'll see. Not this time, buddy. Not this time. Not this time. Not this time. That's a good fish. What the hell is this fish? That's not a normal fish. That is not a normal fish. What the hell is this fish? Hiding in the shallows. That is not a normal fish hiding in the shallows. That is not a normal fish. Yes! Yes! Catfish! 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 That's a catfish! That's a catfish! I don't have a catfish. I've never caught a catfish before. I've only caught brown bullheads before. And I got a catfish. Yes! Yes! What a strong fighter. Wow! So cool. What kind is this? I think it's a channel cat. My first channel cat ever. All right, PB, 16 inches, channel cat. Yes, another first from Illinois. I finally caught my first channel catfish. It was just near the shallows on a tiny piece of worm. I thought it was a goldfish. But I'm very happy to catch a personal best and first ever channel cat. My previous catfish of the brown bullhead variety back home in Ontario was just 12 inches. This was 15 or 16. I'm gonna let it go now. So happy to catch my first channel catfish. You can tell it's a catfish because they have forked tails like that. The bullheads have flat tails. Okay, I'm gonna let this guy go. Letting go of this, my very first channel catfish. Back into the wild. See ya. Fish. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Crappie! 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 Do I have this crappie? Is this the white crappie or the black crappie? I don't know. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spines. I think that's my white crappie. I think 7 or more spines is black, and white is less than 7. I gotta fact check that, but this is probably my first ever white crappie. Releasing the crappie, not into the frying pan. Yes, I'm Asian. There it goes. Catching my first red ear, first channel cat, and first white crappie was super exciting. I'm a big fan of crappie fishing, and all my life I've just been catching the black crappie. Finally catching a white crappie was really exciting for a crappie fisherman like myself. This next video is also from Illinois. I had been talking to some locals, and they tipped me off to this place, which was like an abandoned mine that they filled in with water. And so I explored that place and caught myself a brand new species. Take a look here. Fish on. What do we got? Yes, new species, boy. New species. This must be a long ear. Oh, what a pretty fish. Another new species from Illinois. Thank you, Good Samaritan. That guy who pointed me to this dam. What a beautiful fish. I'll get an exact name for you real soon, but these are so pretty. Got another new species. It's called I believe the long-eared sunfish, and we don't have this in Ontario, so I'm very stoked. Another new species from Illinois. Just a pretty fish, like an aquarium type of fish. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the release on this guy. Releasing this beautiful sunfish. I believe it's called the long-eared. In my final outing in Illinois, I didn't have a lot of daylight left. I went to a spillway I'd never been to before, and I caught myself a new species, a personal best, and I finally used successfully my homemade rope lure to catch a fish, and it was super rewarding, a great way to end, and here's the footage. It's in the mouth. In the mouth. Oh, there's a gar right in front of his face. In the net, another first species, another first from Illinois. You've been so good to me, Illinois. I love you. Just caught my very first, I think this is the big head carp. Another first species from Illinois. I've just been so stoked. This whole fishing trip has been amazing. Something took it. I think it was mouth, because it ran. It ran. You ain't getting off whatever you are. Just took off and ran. It's big fish. Oh, nice different fish. That's a really nice size drum. My net is far away. Oh yeah, it grabbed it. It wasn't a snag. I knew from the start. Cool. A what do you call it? A non-carp type of fish. Lost count. That's probably my biggest freshwater drum. Woo! Just let it go. There goes sheep's head. teasing me like the carp. Gotta really maintain pressure on these guys. I really don't have much daylight left. Place is gonna close soon. Place is gonna close soon. Yes! On my homemade rope lure, baby. Yes! Finally! Finally, yes! Yes! On my homemade rope. On my homemade rope. Oh. It worked, baby. It worked. It worked. It worked. Darn. Oh. Can't ask for more, man. I believe another short nose. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. This next video takes place back at home, and while I was watching some YouTube and came across a video between Taro Murata and Jay Siemens. They were competing to catch the most species, and Taro had caught a green sunfish. Now, I live in Ontario most of my life, and I didn't even know that they existed here, and I checked the ranges for the green sunfish. It is not very common near the downtown Toronto area, so I went to explore this spot myself, and I tried to catch the green sunfish. Let's see how I did. Fish. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's the greenie. I think that's the greenie, guys. Yes. Oh my gosh. Taro. Taro, you're right. We have green sunfish here. Oh my gosh, you're right. I can lip these guys. What a tank. This is my first green sunfish ever. Oh my gosh, Taro. You're right. There's green sunfish in Ontario. Wow. You can tell by the big mouth that you can lip and the longer ear flap and the yellow fins. That's a green sunfish. Wow, I didn't know these existed here. So not only was I successful in catching that green sunfish, it was a really nice one at that, bigger than Taro's. Also, I caught myself my very first black bullhead, another new species. And in 2024, that brings the total up to 20 new species. I mean, this has been the best fishing year ever. Final highlight for me in 2024 is not a new species, but it takes place right here. This pond is where my son and I like to go to for fishing. And, you know, I caught many species here before, you know, like the creek chub, brown bullheads, and even largemouth bass. But while exploring this lake, we found two more new species, and one of them is one of my favorite species. So here's the footage. Oh, I got one. Finally. Is
it bigger than mine?
What do we have? It's different species. What? They have crappie here.
Crappie.
I had no idea they have crappie.
Are you gonna fish here again?
Ho ho ho. Guys, what a find. I've fished in this pond for so many times. I never knew they have crappies in here, bro. Black crappie. Excellent. Excellent. A very exciting catch. Today we caught a new species of pumpkin seed and now a crappie. I never knew even these things existed here. Oh, I couldn't even believe that this pond, which I've fished many times, holds crappies. So what an exciting find here with my son. And that brings my 2024 year in review videos to a close. All the videos that I've mentioned, you can check it out on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to bring you more action in the not too distant future. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, best of this festive season to all of you, and I'll catch you later.